Hi there, my name is Steve Gerhardt, and this is the Unagi Observer. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Originally, I was going to do part 2 of making a dungeons for a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, and I'm still going to do that. And actually, I have the background story for the adventure down below at the link, so go ahead and check that out and see what kind of monsters we want to populate this adventure with. But we're going to leave it alone this week because unexpectedly, I finished an anime 2 nights ago, and I decided that I wanted to talk about it. And it's called, this wonderful little anime called Komi Can't Communicate. Like so many anime, Komi Can't Communicate started off as a manga. It is part of a series that started in May 2016 in Weekly Shonen Sunday. I think I got that right. And it's been going on since then. Of course, there has been a live action series of this, only about 8 episodes, and came out at the same time as the anime did, which was starting in the fall of 2021. Now, of course, for those of you who are want to see this, Komi Can't Communicate is a Netflix property, so that's where you're going to have to find it. The entire first season is done. I just finished it the other night, and so let's go ahead and get into it, and let's start talking about it. So the plot is, it's very kind of slice of life a little bit, but very, very humorous. But it deals with a kind of interesting, relatable topic. It's about social anxiety. But in this case, Komi, one of the 2 main characters, has it to an extreme form. She literally can't talk to other people. She has trouble relating to other people, and she is just socially awkward. And at the same time, she's drop dead gorgeous. She's very much considered to be a stoic person, and everybody falls in love with her immediately, like that. So here's this beautiful girl who literally is so socially awkward that she has no friends. She's kind of lonely, and she kind of comes off as an ice queen, but she's really not. She just really wants to have friends, but this social awkwardness is just really just preventing her from doing it. So here the series opens up with her walking through, and you get the idea of what kind of person she is as people are looking at her and responding to her. And you're at first just like, oh, she's kind of aloof, and these people are beneath her. But no, she has an encounter with a little kitty, and the kitten shies away, and that seems to be a metaphor for her life, which is whenever she tries to reach out and, say, be friendly towards something, people kind of shy away because of her demeanor. And we come to find out later on in the first episode, she is so not an ice queen. So not an ice queen. But she comes to a private high school, and she sits down next to what is in the beginning considered to be the biggest loser in this high school, which is very interesting considering that this high school is full of eccentric people. And this guy's name is Tadano. And he is in this high school, and he's decided to make a change in his life. He wants to make some friends, and he's just like, you know what, I'm just going to chart my course and just be friendly, be available, be nice. And of course, as he's going through his day, people are just trashing him left and right. So suddenly, he's sitting there, and Komi just plops down next to him. And he's just like, oh, the most beautiful girl in the high school, the most unapproachable girls in the high school just sat down next to me, and, okay. And he's looking at all the others of his classmates, and they're all just like, they're hating on him. And he's just like, can't win. Okay, whatever. This is my life. Okay. What the hell? I'm going to say hi to this very pretty girl next to me, and she's probably just going to get up and walk away. Tries talking to her, does nothing. He's just like, okay, figures. By the end of the episode, she's waiting for everyone else to leave. Tadano hasn't left yet. He's the last person, and he tries to talk to her again, and she gets up and walks out the door. And Tadano suddenly kind of puts 2 and 2 together, and he's just like, are you having problems talking to people? And so he just starts writing on the chalkboard. Komi immediately stops just as she's about to walk out the door, turns around, and sees the note that Tadano has on there, and an entire conversation started. And so it's a wonderful, lovely little scene of this person wanting to communicate so badly, and this one person is offering it to her, that she just does the thing, and it's just a wonderful little scene. And the two become friends right then and there. And Tadano says, "Hey, what do you want to do? What are your goals? What do you want to do?" And she goes, "I want to make 100 friends before I graduate." And he goes, "You know what? This sounds like a thing to do. Let's do it. Let me help you." And she's very, very happy because she's just made her very first friend. So it's very sweet. So as we come to find out, Tadano discovers that the high school that they are at, the private high school, is full of people who are odd and weird. Sometimes some of them are socially awkward, some of them are just awkward, some of them are cringy, some of them are just over the top, whatever. And so he realizes that they're in a school full of these kinds of people, and he's just like, this might be more difficult than it seems. So the series is about him getting her to make friends with people. He enlists help of a couple other people to, get Komi to 100 friends. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And so the series kind of goes on in this vein. And as we go through the series, we are introduced to more and more characters, people who have their own inward awkwardness, and just how are they going to get through it. And they all want to be friends with Komi. They kind of misinterpret what she does, how she acts around them. It's all very humorous, but the underlying thing is, everyone has a problem. And everyone's overcoming their problems to help Komi overcome her problem. And it's just really kind of nice. After the first episode, it should be noted that you go through an intro scene, and the intro scenes, before it goes into the opening credits, goes with this statement, the narrator coming in going, "Hey, people who suffer from severe social anxiety have a lot of problems making connections. And it's not that they don't want to, they actually really want these connections." So it's a reminder every episode of saying to you, hey, just because someone's just not talking to you, or it just seems weird around you, stop and take a moment and think that maybe they're just having a problem, that they really want to be your friend, right? They really want to be your friend, but they just don't know how to bridge that gap, right? So it's just that kind of way of just addressing this social awkwardness that so many people, that everybody I think feels at one time or another. And that's one of the things that I appreciated about this anime series, is that it's really about that. It's really about those of us who are socially awkward or have difficulty with it, and you want to be able to make friends. And here's a series saying, yeah, we get you, we understand. So let's tell the story. So if you couldn't tell, I'm really hip on this anime. So for a variety of reasons. Not only does it address social awkwardness, but in a very low-key way, it actually has a little bit of talking about being trans. There's a character in there that crops up every single episode. I don't want to spoil it. And you realize, oh, this person is very fluid in their gender. And maybe trans is not the right word, but it's very fluid in their gender, and they move back and forth a lot. And it's kind of interesting to see how that plays out as well. This is a series that took me a little while to finish, just because I have other things going on in my life, but I think this is an easily bingeable anime. I think that, if you're like me, and you find these characters interesting, the episodes seem really short. So the other thing that's unusual about this anime for me personally is that when I watch anime, I'm just like any other guy, otaku guy who watches anime. Yes, I find some of the characters attractive, and yes, I'm like, oh, okay. And then watch people do the cosplay and so forth and so on. But I never really have been into oh, I want to buy the figurines. Oh, oh my God, I want a poster, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. Kind of going in that direction with Komi. I think she's a really cute character, and I just like the character overall in general. So there's I could, it's like the Komi fan club almost. How far do we take this? But it's the first time where I've actually wanted to buy something outside of what I normally buy of things that I like anime, which is usually a manga or the DVD, maybe a an item like a keychain or something like that. But this anime actually makes me want to go out and maybe actually purchase a figurine. And for those of you who know me in the anime world, knows that that's not something I buy. That's not something I'm interested in. And to be fair, I'm really not interested in figurines outside of Komi. So it's kind of weird how this grabbed me somehow. Somehow it just grabbed me, and I don't know why. So anyway, that is Komi Can't Communicate in a nutshell. I hope you watch it. Again, it's going to be on Netflix right now, the entire first season. The second season actually should be starting April 7th. So 2 days after this video goes up, on April 7th, the second second season of Komi Can't Communicate will be starting on Netflix. So yeah, let's continue watching it. Yeah, so please give the first season a watch and go into the second season. Hopefully, the thing that I want to happen will happen. I don't want to put spoilers out there. So anyway, back to the Dungeons and Dragons thing. Like I said, I've created the backstory. If you want to read that backstory, click the link down below. And for either next week or the week after, we'll talk about what kind of monsters we want to populate the adventure with. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, guys. The dig is back up, so if you want to go to Anime Archaeology on Saturday nights, 8 p.m., and watch us do the thing, please do. We have a little chat going on, so you can throw in your 2 cents if you want to. I believe we're just going to talk about the new season, the spring season. So our eyeballs are going to be dried out from having watched so much anime that day. All right, so that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and love you guys, and see you next time.